Meanwhile, does this sound normal to you? The president today normalizing relations with Cuba, but at least to this guy, he wants to see them normalize relations with small business. He's a small business owner himself, Ryan Tate. And Ryan, you feel kind of left out here. Explain.
I do. It's good to be with you, Neil. And I think the first thing you have to start is remember that Cuba isn't free. This isn't a situation to where capitalism, free markets will reign supreme. The Cuban government is going to be in control. You'll have a few companies, especially out of the gates, that could take advantage of this. Telecom, hospitality, tourism. But small businesses, which are the backbone of the American economy, they're not going to see a great benefit from this.
Well, you could say the same about China, right? And we've got all these executives of small, medium, big companies tripping over themselves to suck up to these guys. What do you make of that?
Sure. First, you're talking about a lot of time, many years. This has come out of nowhere.
But it started in an environment like this where a lot of people were anxious about it, and then it kind of worked out. You don't believe the same applies here?
Sure. Well, policy matters, and so over time, I think good things can happen. It's not as large of an economy. There's not as many options there, especially when you look at export and import. Although they sound like large numbers to the average American citizen, they're not as large as what you would have wrapped up in, let's say, China or Japan, places like that. And then again, this is not going to have a heavy impact for small businesses in America, especially early. There'll be a few that are going to be able to take advantage of this, and I think it's to distract from something larger even into the future.
Well, you might be right, but Ryan, I always look at it like if you had family grudges that go on for decades, right? I mean, and we've been 54 years at this where we've been ignoring each other, and to what end? I mean, Cuba's still a mess. We're not getting anything out of it ourselves. Eventually, the Castro brothers die. I hate to be so blunt. And then we place our bets in the next generation or the next wave that comes in, and we can have a front row seat at that. What do you make of that?
Sure. Well, again, like I said, I think change can happen as you have a regime or leadership that is truly in many ways evil. As they go away, I think you have your best shot at true change.
Right.
But what was disheartening to me is a lot of what President Obama spoke about today was what this does for Cuba, not what this does for the U.S. There are many examples he gave, Neil, that sounded like you were talking about Main Street America, yet he's wanting to help the Cubans. Now, America has always extended a helping hand. I would never say we don't want to help those in need, but not we want to go out and help a country with their economic policies to succeed when we're struggling on our own. And I think that's what frustrates me the most is there's a lot he should be focusing on here, and he's got a relentless, unending attack on corporate America and businesses in general in the U.S.
Ryan, very good having you. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Neil. Appreciate you guys.
Ryan Tate.